So it's being reported that, are you sitting down? Donald Trump is being investigated for even more financial crimes in New York. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So it's being reported by the Washington Post that New York State prosecutors are investigating additional financial crimes by Donald Trump. And in an equally shocking development, apparently there's gambling going on in Atlantic City. Here's the Washington Post reporting. New York prosecutors set sights on new Trump target, widely different valuations on the same properties. And the article begins, the Trump Organization owns an office building at 40 Wall Street in Manhattan. In 2012, when the company was listing its assets for potential lenders, it said the building was worth $527 million, which would make it among the most valuable in New York. But just a few months later, the Trump Organization told property tax officials that the entire 70-story building was worth less than a high-end Manhattan condo, just $16.7 million, according to newly released city records. That was less than 1/30th the amount it had claimed the year before. You know, and this latest reporting reminded me of the debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Remember when she was telling us that Donald Trump paid zero in federal taxes, and Donald Trump interrupted her and said, "Oh, that makes me smart." Well, no, Donald. The way you go about avoiding paying taxes actually makes you criminal. But with yet more financial crimes being investigated, the seemingly eternal question is, when will he be indicted and by whom? We know Georgia is investigating Donald Trump. New York is investigating Donald Trump. The feds are certainly investigating Donald Trump. But this is not exactly a tortoise and a hare kind of race. This seems to be a tortoise and a snail and a sloth, with no jurisdiction apparently wanting to be the first to prosecute a former president. But friends, let's finish with something a little more uplifting. Today's comments by Attorney General Merrick Garland at a ceremony for the new U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams. Here is just some of what Merrick Garland said. When I addressed all of the department's employees on my first day in office, I outlined 3 co-equal priorities that must guide our work: upholding the rule of law, keeping our country safe, and protecting civil rights. The work you do, now he was talking to the prosecutors at the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney's Office, the work you do to uphold the rule of law is directly tied to our second core principle, keeping our country safe from all threats, foreign and domestic. Every day, AUSAs, that is Assistant United States Attorneys, federal prosecutors, every day, AUSAs and their partners in law enforcement investigate, deter, and disrupt foreign-based threats from nation-states, terrorist groups, and radicalized individuals who seek to undermine our democratic and economic institutions and to sow fear among our people. And every day, AUSAs and their partners also investigate, deter, and disrupt domestic-based threats, ranging from white-collar crime to violent crime to domestic violent extremism. Those threats if left unanswered, will also undermine our democratic and economic institutions, as well as our citizens' support for the rule of law. And boy, do I agree with Merrick Garland when he says these domestic threats, these threats from within, if left unanswered, will undermine our democratic institutions and our citizens' support and respect for the rule of law. And that is why we continue to demand Donald Trump and his criminal associates be indicted for what they did to this great nation, to our democracy, to our republic. We demand that he be held accountable to preserve our democratic institutions and to maintain a respect among the citizenry for the rule of law. And because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.